I am pregnant for my father. It all started while I was growing up. My mother usually leaves the house very early in the morning because she has a place where she cooks in the town. My father is the one that gets me ready for school. He takes me to school before going to work. As time goes on, we fell in love with each other because I have come to have a strong feelings for my father, which I also found out that my father feels the same way about me. On this fateful day, I came back from school. I was in my room changing when my father walked into the room. I tried to cover myself, but he told me that he is my father, that I have nothing to worry about. From that very moment, I became very comfortable around him, that I could literally change my clothes or wear my clothes, even wear my pants in front of him. This continued. On this fateful day, my father finished taking his bath and he went into his room. He called me and asked me to bring his boxers he forgot in the bathroom. I went to the bathroom and I took my father's boxers into the room for him. On getting into the room, I found my father totally naked. I tried to look away, but he stopped me. He brought me closer, placed my hands on his odogu and assured me that everything would be fine. He told me that I could even play with the odogu, that the odogu belongs to me. From that fateful day, my father had his way on me. That was the first day I did it with my father, and my father got me this virgin. I was in my SS1 when this happened, and since then I have been making out with my father up to today, especially when he takes me to school. He always has his way with me in his car before saying bye-bye to me for the day. Remember I told you, my mother owns a restaurant somewhere in the town, which simply means that she leaves very early in the morning and returns very late at night. I became very close to my father because he's usually the one around me. My father drops me off to school and picks me while he's coming back from work. So literally when I'm at home with my father, we could even do it 3 to 4 times before my mother returns. This continued until I fell deeply in love with my father, that I could not even look at any other man out there. Remember, my father was the one that took away my, and because of that I became very much in love with him. So cut the long story short, my father secured an admission for me in one of the universities in the state we are living. He also secured an apartment for me closer to the school, which is also close to his working place. My father always drives into my apartment in school whenever he's coming back from work, just to make out with me. My father warned me seriously never to keep any boyfriend in school, which I've never did. Now I am pregnant for my father, and my father is asking me to keep this baby. Yes, my father asked me to keep the baby, and this is where my confusion began, and this is also where I need your advice, ma, and that of your fans. All these years, we have tried so much for my mother not to have any idea of what is going on between myself and my father. So my father asking me to keep this baby brought a lot of questions. I asked my father, what about my mother? That is when my father opened up to let me know that he is not my biological father. According to him, he said he met my mother when I was 2 years. Again, that my mother is way older than him, that he has fallen in love with me and would love to spend the rest of his life with me. This is bringing a lot of confusion right now, because I know that sleeping with my father at the first place is a very bad thing for me to do. But the problem is, I have fallen deeply in love with this man. Since I met him, I've known no other man. He has been the one in my life since from my childhood up to today. And I would love to spend my life with him. But the problem is my mother. What do I do? Should I keep this baby and let my mother know what is going on? Should I run away with this man? What do I do? Please do not judge me, because this can happen to anyone. Please, I need your advice. What do I do? It explained the reason why he fell in love with me, because he knew from the onset that I am not his biological daughter. So now there is no going back for me, but I'm just seeking advice. I don't know what to do. My father brought options of we running away. He also said even if we decide to stay back in the same state with my mother, that we can simply walk up to my mother and let her know, but that will break my mother. I'm scared of losing my mother too. What do I do, please? Advise me without judging me. I have fallen deeply in love with this man because he's the only man I have known. Remember, he's the one that took my, and up to today, I have never known any other man. What should I do? Should I walk up to my mother and let her know what is going on? Or should I just run away with this man as he suggested? I will be in the comment section to listen to your advice you have to give to me. I repeat, please, do not judge me. Drop your comments or your advice for me without any insults because as I said before, this could be you. Thank you. My people, this one is coming from one of our sister. If I tell you and I say this one, apalomaka, imana nna si ezigbo asị nke a ọ pa ma ezigbo aka nya nsị alụ ga-asị ka ife mma akọlụ my mother nsị alụ ga-asị oge ebu m aka this one ọ pala aka. Anyway, first of all, my sister, because as I told you to be in the comment section, any man that is playing a role of a father to you, whether biological or step, is your father. You don't suppose for any reason at all have anything, feelings for this person. Even your godfather is your father. Do you understand? Any man that have, in fact, any man, even if you're not living under the same roof with this person, but this person in one way or the other is playing a role of a father, fathering figure in your life. My sister, this person is as good as your biological father. You don't have any reason of whatsoever to do what you have done. This is an abomination. This is unspeakable. Like, anyway, you have cried a lot and I don't want you to continue crying. You have made this mistake and you're seeking for solution. So I don't want to judge you because you pleaded that we should not judge you, but that will not stop me from giving you advice and also advising other girls that might still fall into the same temptation tomorrow. Guys, please, she is listening to our advices. Give her advice without insult. I will always beg. Let us not insult them. They have made mistake and they are coming to us because of the trust they have for us. So please, let us not insult them in any way or judge them in any way. Kindly drop your advice. What do you think she should do at this point? Personally, I think she should go and take out that thing in her womb, go to her mother, ask for forgiveness, and go to God, ask for forgiveness and focus in her life. This was my advice to her personally, but this is my job. I will always bring it out for other people to also air their opinion, right? I love you. Don't forget to share this video. A lot of young girls out there need to learn too. I'll definitely see you in my next one. Bye.